Did the detectives tell you that they would have to corroborate everything that you said?
I can't tell you. Y'all have so many police talking to me. I don't know. I can't say what they done told me.
I have to verify what you're telling me.
I don't know nothing about all that. I don't recall.
Let me ask you this. Do you recall talking to Detective Gaither while you were after you got locked up in June of 2015, calling her on her cell phone while you were in jail?
I don't know. I don't recall.
Now, going back to the January 11, 2015 interview, do you recall Detective Thorpe asking you about whether or not you ever rented or owned an Infinity vehicle?
I don't recall.
Hi everybody, it's me, AV to the 7th Power. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where we talk about all things law, true crime, and a little bit of debauchery. Man, oh man, the start of the week's court proceedings have delivered a bombshell in the YSL case as Lil Woody took the stand, suited and booted, revealing secrets that could change everything. If you've been following this case, then you need to hear what was said. This testimony could be the turning point. We've seen some intense moments in this trial, but the testimony from the start of the week brought the kind of answers that could sway the jury in ways we haven't seen before. His words touched upon everything from hidden crimes to deadly beefs, leaving no stone unturned.
I was told that Mr. Melnick been suspended, and I don't want to speak without my attorney.
All right. Let me excuse y'all back again. All right, give us just a second.
Oh my God.
I'm so happy we just read that order.
For those who might not be fully caught up, Lil Woody is a key witness in this trial with deep connections to the events and people involved. Kicking us off on Monday, he didn't hold back, uncovering critical details about his own actions, the involvement of others, and even dropping names that have kept everyone on edge. Now, let's break down what he revealed. Whether you're following the trial closely or just catching up, these revelations from Lil Woody are essential to understanding what's at stake. First up, Lil Woody didn't hesitate to cover for Tay, aka Threat, saying there's no point in protecting him anymore. He did. This statement alone sent shockwaves through the courtroom, but he didn't stop there. He admitted to his own involvement in several crimes, shedding light on actions that many had speculated about but were never confirmed.
I recall telling you in the back room somewhere in this courthouse that I lied, and I'm being truthful today by telling you that I made it up. So what I said to the investigators in the past, I came forward and told you that I was in the room by myself when I told you that. I don't have no reason to lie. Don't nobody intimidate me. I'm not trying to protect nobody, no nothing. But I'm not going to sit up here and tell a lie that I can't keep up with. That's just it. I don't know. Like, what you talking about?
Okay. We're going to get to what you told me, but I'm going to ask you first. Did you tell back in 2015 that you met up with Nut because someone stole some of his items and you gave him those items back?
I don't recall.
Okay. Now, speaking about what you told me, do you recall telling me and my investigator Long that it was actually you who stole the items and then you returned it back to him?
I paid too much.
Okay. But do you recall telling myself and investigator Long that you actually took those items, but you didn't return them?
I did tell you that.
All right. But more importantly, that you actually met up with Nut. Do you recall telling the police that you met up with Nut to give him back those items that were stolen?
I probably did.
You probably did tell the police, or you probably did meet up with him to return the items to him?
I probably did tell that to the police.
Do you have any independent memory today of you actually returning the items to Nut?
I did.
You did return those items?
I did give him his stuff back.
So that was something truthful that you told the police?
That was.
Okay.
I don't know if I told it to the police, but I told it to you.
Isn't it true you also told Detective Gates and Detective Dennis in January of 2015 that you called Nut and said, hey man, I got your shit right here, pull up on me, and he came and pulled up on me and you gave him his stuff back?
take a little bit of lie and put it with it. Take a little bit of truth and put it with a lie. That's what I do.
And
Oh my
also,
Mix
during the
it.
same meeting
This
that
case
you
is
met
over.
Nut to give him back his stuff, you talked to him about the beef you were having with him and Kel. With you and Kel. I apologize.
Can you say it again?
Sure. In this same meeting that you gave Nut back his stuff, you and Nut talked about the beef that you were having with Kel.
So when I gave Nut his stuff back, I didn't like the way he looked at me. So we didn't have no conversation. He seen all the people I had with me. He got his stuff back, said appreciate it, and he left. So what I told investigators was, I don't know what I don't recall what I told them, but I remember giving him his stuff back, and I didn't like the way that he looked at me.
Okay. Did you remember telling Detective Gates and Detective Dennis that you and Nut had never had any beef and never had any issues?
I don't recall.
Okay. When you met with Nut, do you remember who you were with?
I ain't telling you.
Okay, so do you remember who you were with?
There was a lot of people with me.
Okay. Who were some of the people that were with you?
I can't recall.
All right. Well, you just told me that you weren't going to tell me. So
Because I can't. It was a lot of people with me.
how many people did you have with you?
More than 5.
Did Nut have anyone with him?
I think so.
Do you remember who that was?
Yeah. I don't know them by name though. He had 2 or 3 people with him.
Okay. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither and Detective Dennis that he had his brother Greedy with him?
I don't recall.
And that Greedy pulled up in the gray Impala and then Nut pulled up in his Tahoe truck, his green Tahoe?
From what I remember was I was already talking to Nut when that great car pulled up.
Okay. And was Nut in his green Tahoe truck? Do you remember?
Damn, I can't really recall what Nut was in.
Okay.
He may have. I ain't pay attention to his car. It's just the way the other car pulled up that made me pay attention.
Okay, so did you not like how Greedy pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay. So was your issue with the way Greedy pulled up or your issue was with Nut?
The way they did. I don't recall.
Perhaps the most damning part of his testimony was when he implicated Thug directly. He talked about the Infinity and the FaceTime call, which could tie young Thug to serious charges. The tension in the room was palpable as he detailed the beef between Threat and Rich Homie Quan, a conflict that many believe escalated to deadly levels.
What happened in Nut got nothing to do with YSL. This some shit. Excuse me language. This got everything to do with Threat. You know what I mean? I was trying to protect Threat from the get-go. You know what I mean? Threat, and they had some more stuff going on. Like,
Was Threat at the gambling house when it got shot up by Kel?
Young, you said nothing I say can be used against me.
That's right.
Uh-oh.
Me and
Oh,
Threat
wow.
shot up Rich Homie Quan Daddy Barbershop on Bank. I don't know.
Wait, what?
He just admitted it.
He just admitted shooting up the damn barber shop.
Threat, and they had some more stuff going on. Like,
Was Threat at the gambling house when it got shot up by Kel?
Young, you said nothing I say can be used against me.
Here we go.
Me and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan Daddy Barbershop on Bankhead. I don't know what happened with Threat and Rich Homie Quan, but I'm gonna ride with my brother. And they was beefing. And yeah, we put up and did that.
Okay.
He just admitted that.
And as a result of, why did you and Threat shoot up Rich Homie Quan Daddy's barbershop?
Because I'm gonna ride with Threat.
Okay. Did Threat tell you why he was shooting
I
up
don't
the
ask no
barbershop?
questions. I just say let go.
Wow, Woody.
And when Rich Homie Quan's barber shop was shot up, was that in September of 2014? Do you remember?
I don't know when. I know we went up there and shot it up.
Okay. Was it before Nut was killed?
Yes.
Do you remember what happened the day that you and Threat shot up Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop?
What you mean?
Like, do you remember that day? What led up to you going to the barbershop and shooting it up?
I told him they go do it.
What led up to you saying, let's go do it? Why?
Threat was mad. He was like, he fucking keep scaring my language. He was talking, do you need playing like we somebody to play with? And I was ready. I had them choppers on deck.
Why was Threat beefing with Rich Homie Quan to shoot up his daddy's shop?
Cause we didn't know where he was.
So did you go to the shop looking for Rich Homie Quan?
Nah, we went to send a message.
I'm watching Rich Homie Quan's Twitter right now to see if he's gonna respond.
What time did you go and shoot up?
I ain't telling you that.
Okay. Was it in the morning? Was it?
It was at night.
To your knowledge, did anyone send Threat to go shoot up Rich Homie Quan's daddy's shop to send a message?
No, he said what he said, and I told him let's go do it.
Okay. You said that you all went to go send a message. What message were you sending?
We ain't the ones to play with.
Okay. Did something happen between Rich Homie Quan and Threat prior to you all having to go send a message?
Yeah, but I don't know nothing about it.
So how do you know something happened if you don't know anything about it?
Because I can't say for facts if it's the truth.
Now, did this shooting of Rich Homie Quan's daddy's barbershop start the beef between If Gang and YSL?
The beef was never between If Gang and YSL.
Okay.
The beef was between me, Threat, and Shell Kell. Rich Homie Quan. Because Shell Kell was trying to ride Rich Homie Quan.
Okay, we need to diagram this.
YSL into what me and Threat had going on.
All that recall just went out
Well,
the
that's if we
window,
get
guys.
to
It's gone.
The shooting at Lakewood, right?
Can you repeat that?
Sure. You just said that the streets brought YSL into what you and Threat had going on, correct? That's what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
Lil Woody had an interesting take on the term snitching, claiming that lying to the police doesn't count. This perspective was unexpected and could influence how his testimony is perceived. And let's not forget about Shell Kell. Lil Woody revealed some things about Shell Kell and added another layer to the complex web of relationships and crimes in this case.
The vehicle. Did you and Shell Kell squash your beef when the two of you met at the Cascade skating rink?
Nothing I say could be used in no courtroom,
Oh, he's gonna admit something else.
federal or state.
Is that the parameters of the immunity or?
Federal or state? I don't know if that's right.
Nothing can be used.
Correct.
Oh,
And
That's
the
a lie.
question was,
When you and Shell Kell met at the Cascade skating rink, did the two of you shake hands and say that the beef was over when y'all met at the Cascade skating rink?
I put a gun out on him
At the Cascade
at
skating
the
rink?
Cascade Skating Ring.
Shell Kell. Okay.
Who'd you pull it out on?
Shell Kell.
And once you pulled the gun out on Shell Kell, what happened?
I had somebody with me that I didn't want to get caught up in my bullshit, my shenanigans.
Who was with you?
I can't recall.
Well, if somebody you just
I
said,
can't remember who it was with me.
okay. So how do you know you didn't want them caught up in your shenanigans?
Because I wasn't fit to put nobody else in my. I just wasn't gonna do that.
He doesn't want to snitch.
So after you pulled the gun out on him, did you shake hands with him to say that the beef was over between the two of you?
Nope.
Okay.
I pulled the gun out and let him know I could have got you right now.
Wow.
And you didn't shoot him?
No idea.
All right. So did you tell the police Gaither and Dennis back in January 2015 that you and Shell Kell shook hands and said that the beef was over and y'all two were laughing about it?
Well, I'm talking to the police, so I'm not going to tell them what actually took place. If I knew that y'all was going to do what y'all doing today, I wouldn't never even did what I did.
Okay. And then after you told the police that you all shook hands, you told the police that Kell wanted you to FaceTime Thug.
Thug had nothing to do with what we had going on.
That's not what I'm asking you, Mr.
I'm
Copeland.
telling you the truth.
Did Kell shoot up or shoot?
Zoom into Young Thug's face. You see the cameraman?
Everybody got shot up, and I can't say if I never seen who actually did it. They say that it was Kell who did it.
Was Thug's car one of the cars that was shot up the night that the gambling house was shot up?
My car was shot up, and a few other cars. I didn't see Thug cars because once I came from behind the wall, everybody was scattering or pulling off.
So is your response that you don't know if Thug's car was shot up?
I don't recall if his car was shot.
Can't let this goddamn
I
night.
doubt it was shot up because I seen it what a couple days later or whatever.
Did you tell the police that when back in this January interview with Gaither and Dennis, that when Kell asked you to FaceTime Thug, you FaceTime Thug and said, "Hey, Slime, the beef over with." So Thug was like, "Yeah, it's over with." And then Kell got on the phone and Thug started talking. And Thug said, "The beef ain't over with until you pay for my window. You shot my window."
But I told you I'd make anything up if I'm talking to investigators.
Okay. And they clarified and they asked you, is that what Kell said? And you said, no, that's what Thug told Kell.
It don't take a rocket science to come up with it. I don't recall what I told investigators. I know I wasn't going to tell them that I put a gun on Shell Kell, and if I didn't have certain people with me, I was going to do something to them.
Okay. And that furthermore, you said, you told Detective Gaither and Dennis, yeah, he shot Thug's window. So Thug, like, I don't care about none of that, about what you all have going on. You still shot at me. Just pay for my window. If you don't pay for my window, hey man, I ain't letting nothing go. I looked at Kell and said, that's between y'all two. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis that?
You know, I don't even talk like that.
All right. And then afterwards, they hung up from FaceTime and Kell's like, nah, man, call Nut. And so you and Kell started talking and you told Kell, just pay for the window. This shit over. And Kell's like, pay for the window? This nigga just tried me.
Woo.
Did you tell the police that that's what Kell told you after he got off the phone with Thug?
When I pulled that gun out on Shell Kell, I said, I could have got you. He went his way, and I went mine.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither and Dennis that you actually did shoot at Kell's house back in June of 2015? In the interview in June of 2015, you actually told the police that you shot at Kell. Do you not recall that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think I got a chance to give him.
Finally, we saw the patience pay off for D.A. Hilton, who managed to get Lil Woody to tell on himself in a big way. It was a significant win for the prosecution, showing that sometimes just waiting for the right moment can lead to the biggest breaks in a case. So what does that mean for the trial? The key takeaway here is that Lil Woody's testimony could be a double-edged sword. It strengthens the prosecution's case by confirming suspicions and implicating key players, but it also reveals the lengths Lil Woody was willing to go to protect himself and others. This could be a pivotal moment that shifts the direction of the entire trial. As we move forward, both the prosecution and the defense will be strategizing around this new testimony. The stakes have never been higher, and the courtroom is only going to get more intense from here. Make sure you stay tuned, where we'll give you a deep dive into the responses from both sides and see how this plays into the broader narrative of this entire RICO case. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think Lil Woody's revelations will tip the scales, or is there still something more to this story? Can't wait to chat with you guys in the comment section. Stay safe out there. See you in the next one. Bye.